Alright guys, so pretty much doing a review back to back here. Just had the polywog done, thought I'd go ahead and do this. Maybe this video will make it up the same night, maybe not. This is the Lum Chinese folder by Spyderco. And I'll just go over some specs real quick. The overall length, or the closed length of this is 4 1/4 inch. Hole diameter is 12 millimeters or 1/15/32 of an inch. Overall length of this knife is 7 3/16 inches. The blade length is 3 5/32 inches. Cutting edge is 2 7/8 inches, and blade thickness is 1/8 of an inch. Extremely thin. As you can see, that thing just like pretty much disappeared. All of that to disappearing that thin. So yeah, this knife I would say would succeed as a slicer. It is a liner lock. I'll go over that in a little bit. Overall, I find this knife to be more of a, in my opinion, gentleman's folder, very light task knife. Although that liner lock is probably capable of some good strength, just the overall feel of the knife and the thinness of the knife makes me believe that it's going to be more of a thin, more light task knife. It is a full flat grind. This particular version is VG10 steel, Seki City, Japan. You got the Spyderco logo lasered on there, and also on the reverse side, the Lum logo, which is going to read backwards, of course, as always. And if you can look close enough, you can see that there is the writing there on the blade, letting you know what that stuff is. Spyderco VG10, Seki City, Japan on the back there. Very, very sharp. Just by touching a little bit here, you can feel that it's a very sharp knife. Holding it in the hand, it feels good, but I mean, there is absolutely no jimping on this knife. The stop pin stops nicely, but you know, there's no really grip over the knife. It's more of a just keeping your thumb over the top of the blade. Underneath, the liner is jimped a little bit, as you can see here, and it is. I will say it is sharp. The jimping here on the liner is sharp, but just because it is such a thin liner on this entire handle and not on the thumb, definitely not heavy use. And as you can see, the handle kind of tapers down, kind of thins out. So some people in the hand would almost feel like, you know, if I'm holding it, it almost feels like it's going to squeeze out, kind of. I don't get it that much with the pocket clip here. It feels like it's gonna, you know, it's pretty locked in your hand. It doesn't feel like it's going to slip out. But once again, not the most ideal, you know, EDC knife for as far as comfort goes. The clip is a little bit different than normal. As you can see, it wedges around, or it has a cutout for that lanyard hole. 3 screws here, of course. The overall screw construction is Torx bits, and it takes 2 here, 2 small ones here on the handle, and 1 big one here for the pivot screw. And the tip is reversible for tip up, tip down, but only right hand carry. So on the left side it's completely smooth. So as you can see, it is the black coated blade, and it has green Almite aluminum handles. I believe that's how you say it, Almite. Aluminum handles, and it has like a kind of a Zytel spacer in the back here, and then just a little bit of openness at the front there. And then, as you can see, that liner lock, like, that's another thing that kind of puzzled me, was look how early that liner lock is. It barely looks like it's engaged, yet the knife is not going to move forward. It's kind of dangerous. I'm putting a lot of pressure to squeeze the knife together, but it is not budging. But that liner lock is so early. I'll go ahead and just open it up for you, just so you can see how it clicks in. That's it. That's all it moves. Like, I guess I've seen in most reviews that's how it is, but it's just odd to me that it's that early. It's honestly like, I feel like it's like, you know, it's 10% engaged. Yet it seems to be pretty strong, and I guess for the type of use that I at least recommend for this knife, it's not going to be a problem. Especially if you're going to be, you know, cutting down into something. I don't think you'll have to worry about the blade closing on you. But yeah, anyways, that's just kind of a comment that would be kind of concerned. Um, Also, I subscribe to Dark Child. I forget the numbers at the end of his username, but he also has the Lum Chinese, and he also made the comment that I found very interesting is that you see that there's the green Almite aluminum, and then all of a sudden you have the chrome on the inside. This knife does not, these aren't actually the liners on the knife. This is still part of the handle. It's just not hit with the green Almite that they use to cover for the handle. So on the inside of the knife, you have the seated li liner here just for the frame lock side. So this is actually sitting inside the handle, that frame piece there. So I don't have that much light. Maybe I can use this. See if we can look inside here. Maybe not. I don't know. So as you can see inside of there, that liner actually fits on the inside of the knife, not along with the handles. So that is a separate piece in there. And yeah, that's just kind of pointless. I'm sorry. Anyways, so yeah, there's just a single liner in there, and the rest is just solid aluminum handles with just that single liner here for the lock that's rests in the this side of the knife. So other than that, it's a pretty simplistic knife. So overall, it's just got that Zytel spacer, two slabs of the aluminum with Almite, the green Almite finish, and then that liner that's sitting here within the knife. And then you just got your black coated VG10. So anyhow, that's my overall impressions on the Lum Chinese, and this one has not cut anything, and I do plan on keeping this one more as a showpiece, and maybe down the road I'll pick up a few of the variants of this model. They also do have this in the stainless steel blade that's uncoated with VG10 with the green Almite handles, and the chrome clip versus the black coated clip. And then they also have a black handle version with the stainless steel, the ZDP 189 blade, which you're going to be looking at paying about $150 for. That one's about $40 more expensive than the VG10 currently, and a little bit more rare. So if you can get your hands on one of these and you have the spare money and you're not looking for a knife for hard tasks, this one is pretty nice. Like I said, I think this one fits more of a gentleman's folder versus a heavy use knife or even a medium use knife, although I believe that liner could